Welcome, one and all, to the Billiard Network's next pool offering. You are watching, as you may have noticed from the link, Shane Van Boening versus Marcus Chamat from the Zan Tip Invitational 2023 in Bucharest, Romania, a invitational-only tournament which was played prior to the Bucharest Open 9-Ball Championship sponsored by Metscues. Shane breaking from the box, which is not stipulated here. Here you can break from anywhere in the breaking area, but Shane has kept his box break going from the UK Open onwards, which was played 2 weeks prior to this invitational. Well, we can expect Shane to be pretty strong. Don't know if you can see the potting angle of this 2-ball. He's going for it though, I think. He's still checking. My name is Rico, and I'll be narrating you through the rotational happenings of this 9-ball match. Just overcut it. Now, does that mean he didn't have the potting angle and he hit as much as he could have? Or something else? We'll never know. But as you can see, balls missed happened to the best of them. Now here, Marcus Napoleon Chamat from Sweden, a legendary European player, but also a very well-known player worldwide, former European champion, 8-ball and 9-ball, a 4-time winner of the Euro Tour, various stops throughout Europe, multiple winner of the Mosconi Cup with the European team, multiple winner as a non-playing captain as well. So there you go. Very strong. Before he burst on the scene in Europe, he was also a very feared challenge match player in the US. He went over to the US to kind of hone his trade, and boy, he did. Don't know what he's got here. I think he needs a light jump, so I think he's got his break cue out, but still jumping with the whole cue. Oh, I was just going to say, the only ball to avoid is that 9-ball. Well, I've seen people jump over hurdles this close to the cue ball, but I don't think we'll see Marcus do that. So a kick shot hitting just south of the left side pocket. The only good reference you can have is you're kind of trying to scratch the cue ball top right. And that would mean that you're going to hit the 3-ball pretty full on. Now he wants to hit him, but he's going to smack him because he wants to create distance. And in the first instance, the balls are going to be traveling north together. Whoa! Great kick shot. Nice feel. Love that. And he didn't even hit it that hard. It's interesting. Well, I think he's going to play the safe. Bank the 4 back down towards him, maybe. Cue ball behind the 7-5. Okay, he split the balls. Shane asking if the template can be removed. They're going to use a piece of chalk for that and lay it either south, west, east, or north exactly, and then move the ball. Move the template and put the ball against the chalk again. Not that it really matters in this instance, but where exactly it landed. So Shane's got the bank, I think. Could go for it, or could cut the 4 as thin as he can on the right side and spin his cue ball back behind the 5-7 in the corner nearest to us. Yeah, nice attack on the bank, because he still could have found cover behind the orange, brown, yellow, had he missed. So it was worth it. Now, interesting here, Shane has removed his extension from his cue, with which he's been playing for the last, as I can remember, at least 3 or 4 years. And that is an interesting fact. Can't remember if he removed it already at the UK Open. I don't think so. Should ask him why he's done that, really. But the answer you often get from just kind of like genius kind of players when you ask them these things, is they just go, well, because I felt like it. Something like nothing really highly methodical or scientifically reasoned, just feels better. Then, well, fair enough. All right, so Shane, looking good to take game number 1 here. Race to 7 only this invitational. Boom, here we go. So we've eliminated the racking times to leave you pure pool playing times. Isn't that great? So Marcus, trying to make the black 8 bottom right, did so. 3-point rule is in effect, like in the Euro Tour tournament. 3-point rule meaning that on the break you need 3 points, and points you can gather by making a ball. Every ball made is 1 point, and besides that, every ball that reaches past the breaking area or rolls into the breaking area collects 1 point. So Marcus made 1 ball and made 5 balls roll past the breaking area, so he did well there. Is he going to cut this? I think so. Overcut it. Well, that is the good way to miss it. As you can see, missing it thick, the cue ball would have stayed up there more likely, and the 1 ball would have been offered up. Now at least it bounced back off the left rail, so it's a kind of professional way to miss it in this case. So what Shane got, viewers? Can split, hit the right half of the 1 ball, 1 ball to the left side rail, cue ball to the right side rail. Bank is on. Okay, did neither of what I suggested. Thanks, Shane. That is a good tempo and a good directional bank. Nice. Marcus can bank the 1 back to where the cue ball is now. It needs to be banked towards Marcus, where Marcus is a little bit, or else the 9 ball's in the way. Could split the balls. Yeah. So not far from guaranteed to get the snooker behind the orange 5, but most likely guaranteed to stay alive for 1 more inning. Although this bank might be on, he might be able to avoid the double kiss. Position on the 2, only if it banks it really slow. Ooh, the famous top spinner. Nice. Super shot there. Wow, he hit the slight right side of the 1 ball from where we were looking, but with all that top spin, the cue ball kind of spun dead on itself to make it stop there. Beautiful. Love that one. Ooh, what have we got here? So he could kick this in off the right side rail, but then of course he'd be most likely snookered on the 4 ball. 4-6 is an unmakeable combination. So I think he might... Oh, he's jumping in and could jump, draw it. Yeah, open up the cluster and keep position on the 4. That would be ideal. Could also hit the 6 full on, drawing back, and get snookered on the 4. Yeah, so putting the jump cue away. It's not easy to jump it over the 6 and then hit the 3 and then not make the cue ball jump out of the table. It's so close to the edge, let's say. Had it been more in the middle of the table, I think he would have ventured to do so. Alright, so at least needs to make the 3 and come out with the cue ball to get a shot on the 4 ball safety. Yeah, so this was all he was playing for. So he was kind of taking his medicine. What can he do here? Hit the 4 ball as thin as he can on the left. Make it come off the 6 and stay somewhere around that area and bring the cue ball back to where he is standing. Will he find cover? That would make it a double whammy, but Will he find the pocket? Ooh, that's a tough shot to reply to from Marcus. Phew. Can't really bank it back down towards the 9. There's a double kiss there. Can't hit it on the right side. Touch it on the left and it's going to hit the cushion and hit the 6. Yeah, so he can send it there, but then it needs to send his cue ball 3 rails back, kind of like Shane did. So he could do that. The 4 ball could kind of catch the rail, catch the 6 full on and fall dead where the 6 ball is now. But bridging from the pocket, you can only see kind of like the top 25% of your cue ball, so it's harder to see the width of the cue ball, so that aiming becomes a little bit more difficult. And he needs to hit this 4 ball very specific. Only has about a millimeter room for maneuver here on that 4 ball. Hit it too thin. Ooh, and the scratch. All right. So as always, I'm really keen to know where you guys are watching from, or where you are watching from. Yes, I'm talking to you. Really interested which part of the world you're watching this Shane Van Boening match. Are you an avid Shane fan? Are you a general pool fan? You only watch 9-ball matches? I can tell you that in the Billiard Network library here on YouTube, we have a lot of exciting matches from all over the world that we'd invite you to go and check out. Also, you can press like on this video. You can also press follow or subscribe to the Billiard Network, and you will always be notified whenever we have matches like these uploaded. So Shane breaking from the box, meaning his cue ball will be a bit more wild than people breaking from the sides of the tables, because they're hitting the 1 ball fuller on, although still cutting it slightly. And there's 2 ball, I guess cue ball behind the 5. Very thin hit though. Quickly, cue ball deflects more than 25 degrees. Yeah, that's a nice thin cut. Not easy to hit this one. To jump it over the 7 and the 9 ball, that would be a tall order. You might do well to jump the cue ball over the 5-7, kind of hit the top rail to the right of the 3 ball, and then that 2 ball becomes pretty big to hit. Because coming off the top short rail, it'd be an achievement if he doesn't even have to jump. It'd be an achievement if he goes around the back of the 2 off the right side rail. Ooh, Marcus. It's them 47-year-old eyes that maybe thought he was not going to hit the 7. But hey, so Shane with another pretty open table opportunity and a ball in hand at that. How nice. So players preparing on the surrounding tables. We have 40 Brunswick Gold Crown 4 tables here at the IDM Club. And we have, after this Zan Tip Invitational, the Bucharest Open starting with 256 players from Asia, all over Europe, as you can see, from America. So a really renowned international field. Shane here hasn't really made any unforced errors, and Marcus just made one, and that's not the way forward against Shane, but we all know that. Alright, Marcus giving up that 9 ball. 3-0 to Shane, race to 7. Alternate break, as you can see. So Marcus just trying to cut the 1 ball on the right from our view. Nice break. Sometimes, or often, the 1 ball can go into the left side pocket. Maybe not as often as the players that are breaking from the box are trying to do these days. But yeah, with this cut break, where you break all the way from the side, you kind of have a chance to make 3 or 4 balls. Ready? We'll talk about that in the next break. So Marcus with a nice chance here. Oh, wow. I mean, he did want to roll that 1 ball in, but of course wanted to either... I think he wanted to roll into the 3 ball, but he made the 1 ball in a different part of the pocket than he envisioned. And, well, hit your cue ball center line, not make it swerve at least. Nice one. 5 ball. Are you going to get in the way? Very good shot. Well, that'll make him feel good. So Marcus looking for a way back into this match. And that 2 ball, that needed some good aiming and some straight cue ball hitting. So could still save the break and run out to not let Shane to the table at all in the game that he breaks. And of course, what you're always trying to do, but especially with the alternate break format, you know, if you can get the... If you're serving, if you can kind of win your games, like in tennis, and try to make inroads when the other player's breaking, that's the way to win matches. So we're racking with the turtle rack. That is what the white template is called. And we are sponsored by Zan Tip. Some of the best cue tips worldwide. So Marcus with an ideal cue ball position. Nice and natural 12 o'clock. Alright, hit it with a bit more left spin to also take in the second rail. Not ideal, but should be making this 9 ball, although we're playing on shimmed pockets here. So smaller than your average tables, which is it's nice to see. A bit more challenging. Not as small as the 4-inch pockets on the World 9 Ball Tour these days, but alright, so Shane trying to make the 1 ball left side. That went in pretty directly. Yeah, nice cuttable too. So naturally his cue ball will come straight into the rail, straight out. Don't know if he can hold it to play the 3 in the left side pocket, or he's going to go up and down. Yeah, that'll work. Not ideal on any pocket, but always a bit nifty, these shots, because when you're aiming at the 3 ball, you don't see your pocket in the line of sight, so you kind of have to go with a bit of feel and previous experience on shooting these shots. Trust what you're seeing and stroke straight. Very nice. So, puzzle solved. Now try to keep your cue ball in line. So, back to the center of table. Okay. Never mind, Shane. Playing alternative routes. Yeah, I think Shane, such a unique playing style. I think Shane is the true heir to kind of the Earl Strickland kind of way of playing 9 ball. Just, big strokes. He'd love to do it simple, but he's really capable of performing the big shots, elevated shots, big screwbacks. And I guess he's kind of like Earl 2.0, less temperamental and kind of the same winning mentality. And what a popular player Shane is all over the world. All right, so Marcus made a ball. made 2 balls pass into the breaking area. So 3-point rule complied with. Yeah, can't just roll the 1 ball in. The cue ball's not going to scratch into the right side pocket, but in making the 1 ball, his cue ball will hit the right side rail and come out to at least where the black ball is. Yeah, maybe the 2 might pass in between the 7 and 3 ball into the top right corner pocket. That'd be handy. Otherwise, he might have to play with bottom right and weave his cue ball first just to the right side of the right side pocket and then through the lower half of the table. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to avoid all those balls. It wasn't really a clear path, but that 2 ball might still pass. So pretty important here to stay on Shane's tail at least. Oh, did pass through the middle. Didn't even threaten the pocket though. Alright, so Chamat at the moment not being able to drum up enough resistance to kind of threaten Shane dominant demeanor at the table and in the score line. Is he able to cut this into the side and avoid hitting the 5 ball on the way out of the left side rail? Could maybe spin his cue ball into the 5, although unsure what's going to happen after that. Yeah. Still has got a pretty good line to hit the right half of the 5 ball from where he's looking. Top spin the cue ball behind the 9 and leave the 5 ball on the right side rail. I think that will be the biggest chance to get a pretty brutal snooker. So in this case he is adding the extension to his cue and still needs the rest as well. Yeah, but if anybody knows why, so Shane, the normal rest is on the other side of the table and the elevated rest is on that side, but Shane doesn't yet know that. He's like, oh, whatever. Nice cue ball line. See, even that 5 ball hitting the knuckle of the side pocket didn't matter because his cue ball line and speed was so good. Marcus will most likely hit this off the bottom short rail. Either 1 or 2 rails. Not easy, not a direct clear path to get away with it, so a bit of a whack, I think, to get speed and separation after impact. And that won't do. Yeah, it's quite hard in any case, I think, for Chamat to bring the force, let's say. You know, Shane is for the last 20 years or 30 years, he's such a regular competitor, always kind of in stroke, unless he takes an enforced break and goes ice fishing. But Marcus, of course, not a regular tournament or international tournament player anymore, so it's kind of hard to, you want to play amazing, but you can't really expect it, even though you sometimes get opportunities where you think, well, I should be doing better here. But so Shane with a 5-1 lead, raised to 7 to try to advance to the next challenge in the Zan Tip Invitational 2023, played in Bucharest, Romania. Alright, so Shane made the 1 ball again. 3-point rule adhered to. because the 4 and the 8 ball both passed into the breaking area. Now what to do here? Think along with me. Well, Shane seems to know pretty quickly what he's going to do. Oh, maybe kiss the 7. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, don't make the 3. Yikes. Now it's kind of has to get out of his own jail. You can kind of see the kind of quick thinking, quick executions by Shane. You can kind of see this is not the main tournament that all the players are here for. So it's an invitational. They still want to win, but it is a little bit of a warm-up tournament to the Metz Bucharest Open, which follows the day after. So Chamat still with work to do. Just to bring his cue ball kind of where his hand is now, ideally, or in that line. And that works. So he left a bit more distance, but was more certain of getting the shot on the 5. And that's a nice stroke. I think what I have noticed in Marcus in the latter part of his career is kind of his stroke has become a bit more jerky, a bit more, not twitchy I would say, but just shorter. Whereas I think when he burst on the scene in the early 2000s, he was a bit more smooth. Don't tell him that. Well, maybe I should tell him that. Maybe he doesn't even notice. Alright, so this 9 ball, staying alive. Not to let Shane get to his penultimate rack. Alright, 2-5 Chamat behind on Shane Van Boening in the Zan Tip Invitational. Tried to make the brown 7 bottom right, yellow 1 left side. Made neither. Dry break, albeit legal, because the 3 balls most north of the table all passed into the breaking area. Pretty easy snooker for Shane, you'd imagine. Could he make the 1 off the 3 in the right side? I think he can. Especially at speed. If he hits the 3 ball anywhere on the top right side, let's say, anywhere near the side pocket off of that 3. Position on the 2. I don't know what he's doing actually. Softly, just directly into the side, maybe is also possible. Although at that angle, the side pocket is a lot smaller than from where this 3 ball is looking at it. Yeah. So was going for a certain pot, knew that some of the balls would be moving around, was controlling his cue ball to come to the center of table, so gave himself the biggest chance. And this is looking pretty good. Nice topspin cue ball, come off the rail closest to the 3 ball. Do you think there's anybody in the world that has made more balls in practice than Shane has in the last 15 years? I mean, the man is just playing so often. I don't know if it's just pure passion for pool or if he might be very paranoid about losing his stroke kind of smoothness. Not sure. It's also one thing I'd like to ask him. But in essence, he just really just loves to play the game, loves to see that object ball disappear into whatever pocket he's going for. Loves to zip the cue ball around and keep it on a string for position on the next, and just that puzzle of each rotation run out, breaking, making a ball, getting a shot. It's just such a passionate player, really, albeit such a calm guy. All right, Shane 6-2 up, breaking from the box, trying to make the one ball left side. Boom, there it goes. 2 ball, dresses up very nicely indeed. Now, can he make the 2 ball? He might have to roll this with a lot of right spin to make it come off of that right side rail straightish to keep position on the 3. Okay, maybe not. I didn't think he had such a full hit on the 2 ball. So this 3 ball, key shot in this rack. Straight in the heart of the pocket. So Shane going for the kill here in the Zan Tip Invitational versus Marcus Chamat. Just wasn't able to bring the force de resistance to Shane. Captain America Van Boening. The 7-8-9 for another victory in an international tournament for him. As he moves on, we thank you very much for watching. Check out the library of the Billiard Network. More matches to come. And yeah, take care.